This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. I gave myself and two of my friends just 1 week to write and perform a stand-up comedy set for a real audience. And that means...
we're gonna try, but it's gonna be hard. But we're gonna try. Go play the TryHards.
Hey you, my name is TomSka's Ridgewell, and welcome back to TryHards, presented by Surfshark VPN. They gave us a budget, and we are going to spend it foolishly. Joining me for this episode is the woman who got knocked out by a bowling ball at her 10th birthday party, Eddache.
Hello, I'm Eddache.
Also here is the man who once went to A&E because he had trapped wind, Bowley.
Lads, what are we doing here? Why are we here?
Well, Reb, we are here to perform stand-up comedy, a thing Eddie and I have never really done. Have you?
Yes, my job.
I think men are lovely. I think it's especially charming that most of them think they could confidently land a plane if they had to.
Well, this immediately feels deeply unfair, because a week from now, we're going to be returning to this very stage to perform a brand new stand-up set in front of a very, very real audience of at least, I think it's like 30 to 50 people. What would you say is your biggest issue in life?
Oh, I fucking hate talking to people. I'm so bad at it. I just don't talk to people, so people think I'm rude.
Well, we're going to see if we can fix that. Personally, I get deeply uncomfortable on stage if there's any sort of expectation for me to actually be funny. I can improvise, but beyond that, I'm terrified. Reb, you've done this before, so you do have something of an advantage, but having made a couple contents with you, I noticed that you do crumble a little bit under pressure when it comes to improvising.
Sorry, I didn't realise this was a roast of Eddache. I don't know what
And you're ugly as well.
I came here for a lovely time.
You ever heard of a fucking comb? So, see you all in 1 week for comedy.
I swear to God, if I have to do an improv class, I'm gonna die. Hello, I'm Eddache, and I am being forced to do an improv class.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Doctor,
Mr. Ridgewell, you're here.
I came as soon as I heard. And then I got the bus.
Her condition, it's getting worse.
But I thought it was just a bug.
I'm afraid it's terminal.
What about my computer terminal?
It's dying.
Dying? But that could kill her. Is there nothing we can do?
Well, prevention is better than cure. If only you'd used Surfshark VPN, you could have protected her and your browsing habits from hackers and malware.
Doctor, I prefer to use the internet without protection. It just feels better.
Surfshark would have also been able to help you block ads. I mean, Jesus, man, she is riddled with pop-ups, like crawling.
Those were pop-ups? I thought my web browser was just having babies, and that I was going to be a father, just like my dad. Ew! Icky!
Data leak. She's leaking your personal data everywhere.
But I was so careful with my personal information. I swear it on my mother's maiden name, which is Jones, and my first cat, who was called Ziggy, and the street I grew up on, which was...
If only you'd used Surfshark sooner. With servers in over 100 different countries, you could keep your personal data private.
Honey, come back to me. I swear I'll use Surfshark VPN. I swear I'll go to surfshark.com/TomSka's friends to get an extra 4 months off my Surfshark subscription. Please. I love you. What happened?
Oh, I had to plug in the life support machine, so I unplugged your computer. Sorry.
It's okay, Doctor. Maybe they have Surfshark in heaven.
They don't.
Brian McElhaney and Nick Kocher, aka Britannic, are some of my biggest inspirations for comedy. Pretty much every sketch I've ever made is in some way inspired by their work.
Hello, yes, I am Brian.
Hello, yes, I am Real Man. I love to do the crime. And they just so happen to be in London doing a show right now.
We thought we'd start this show by taking a question from you guys.
Am I an audience plant?
Yeah.
And you miss every shot you don't take, right? So I've reached out to Nick and asked, hey, any chance you can just come teach me how to do all of this? I didn't think he'd say yes. All right, boys.
Sir.
I have maybe my opening joke.
Okay, do you want to do it?
I think it's really good. Something along the lines of, this is my first time doing any sort of stand-up, so please don't laugh at me. What did I just fucking say?
Sorry.
I will actually also say, recounting that opening line has increased my heart rate exponentially.
Yeah,
I am now
would say
in a panic state.
most likely that's not going to work.
I think it's funny. Eddie, how did yours go?
It was the fucking worst. Like all good stand-up, it begins with sitting down. And I'm here with this guy. Who are you?
I'm Chris Head. Hello, Eddie. Nice to meet you.
Hi there, Chris. And what do you do?
I work with writers, performers, helping them craft their material.
You're going to help me with public speaking, and I feel like I've already been put to the test because we're in front of so many people.
Stop, you're in public?
Yes.
Public speaking, Reb.
Public speaking.
Sorry, okay, fine, carry on.
Fuck this guy.
Where are we going? He takes me down this row of shops, like shops on either side, and he says, okay, so here's your first challenge.
You're going to go into one of these shops.
Okay.
And you're going to make the person in the shop laugh, the person working.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, no! You're throwing me in the deep end. I'm going to drown, man.
Yeah. So here we go. Okay. So first of all, it's the recce of the shops. Come along. Come along.
Do you talk to people generally?
Well, yes.
Okay.
But I'm still nervous.
It's not non-verbal.
But I'm nervous around people. I even have trouble talking to the other parents at my son's school.
That's the kind of thing I'm asking.
I just go quiet and reserved and stuff like that.
Oh my
Not
God.
the Rizzler, basically.
What do you reckon? Have a look at the guy in there. Do you reckon he's your kind of guy? Is he your
I
kind
think
of
he's
audience?
not paid enough to do this.
Yeah. What do you think?
I can't do this.
Okay.
Can I have a second?
He is unusually scared about going into shops. This is an unusual phobia.
Reb Day,
Yeah.
I heard that someone sent you to an improv class.
No fucking way.
Chances.
This is my idea of hell.
It was a one-to-one improv lesson. Was it?
I just wasn't in a group.
Oh no! It
God.
was me and the teacher.
It was going to be a class. I thought there'd be loads of people.
No! It was me and a woman.
So it passed the Bechdel test.
Big time.
So my name is Monica Gaga. I'm an improviser. So one of the principles of improv is the idea of being present. So what happens if the crowd speak to you?
I ignore them.
Oh, okay. I love that.
What I'm doing is a TED talk, right?
Okay.
But it's
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
It's not a discussion. But I would like it to be a discussion, right? Or I'd like to be prepared for any eventuality. And this is where I think I need you.
Oh, okay.
I need to be able to go with the flow.
I think I had a full mental break.
Okay, so we're going to count to 3.
Okay.
You're going to say 1.
1.
I'm going to say 2. You're going to say 3.
1.
2.
3.
1.
2.
3.
3. No.
1. Oh, there we go. All's good, all's good. Okay, cool.
Wow, I can't even count to 3. I'm quite bad at retaining information.
Oh, okay.
But that's a me thing.
Surfy the Shark does stand up.
Any hackers in here tonight?
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
The thing that will get you best at stand-up is being publicly bad at stand-up for about a year, if not 10 years.
When I was 11 years old, it was the school talent show thing. And anyone who did a music class was automatically entered. When my time gets called, I get pulled up on stage and something takes over. And I start telling people about how fucking amazing my performance is going to be. But I sit down on the drums, and after this speech, I say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one-hit wonder. I hit the drum once, drop the sticks, walk off stage. They go fucking nuts. They are laughing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And they're clapping, and that high is immeasurable. I'm sure you've experienced it.
Yeah.
The next year,
Oh no.
the same thing happens. In the morning, I find out it's the school talent show thing. I'm re-entered again. And this is where the story turns, obviously.
Yeah.
Because, I don't have a plan. The pressure's on now. I go up on that stage. I have a more nervous version of trying to hype the crowd up. I think I introduced the song I'm going to play as I go too hard. I'm like, this is called fluffy bunnies. I think I do a couple paradiddles. And then I start crying. And then I leave the stage.
So the first year you had just like one great hard punchline.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is classic. That's the sophomore curse.
Then I went and cried in the bathroom for 2 hours. And I've been scared of getting on stage pretty much ever since.
Fuck.
Okay, ready? You're on.
Oh, fuck it. All right. We settled on a fishmongers, a fish restaurant. I was like, hi, I've never eaten seafood before. What would you recommend? That's just to kind of get the conversation started. And I fucking reached for every low-hanging fruit, every pathetic little pun and joke I could think of. Do you mind if I have a glass of water as well, please? If I don't like the fish, I can send him back home. All right. Time to be a prawn star. Shit joke, but I'm fucking desperate. Start with the fat.
Yes.
I'm already way ahead. Oh, I haven't had the mullet yet. All right, time to bring back the 80s with the mullet. Even Chris admitted, no, this guy is actually our hard audience. He wasn't laughing at any fucking thing I was throwing at him. The only time I managed to make him laugh was when I said,
"You're the best fishmonger in London. We are fishmonger plus."
How do you mong a fish?
That's pretty good.
Crikey.
How did you feel about that?
I was okay when I warmed up to it. Once I sort of got more comfortable in the space, it became a bit more natural.
Yeah, so that's exactly analogous to a stand-up gig. When you go on stage, it will be peak nervousness. You'll be freaking out, dealing with the microphone stand, there's the lights there. As soon as you get your first laugh, you'll start to settle, and it'll be exactly the same.
I mean, hopefully, optimistically, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Fish fingers crossed.
He's a natural.
I love Monica, as I said quite a lot of times on camera and to her face.
I'm gonna name a category and you're gonna name 5 things that sit within it. Things that you shouldn't say at a dinner party.
Fuck your food. Your house is disgusting. I don't like what you've cooked for me. Your hair is bad. And fuck you as well.
Those were 5 things.
I hadn't slept in 2 days or eaten because I was so nervous.
Let's move on to something called yes and. In improv, we love the principle of yes and. Yes and is the idea of accepting ideas and building upon them. For our weekend away, we should rent a beach in Spain.
A whole beach, yes. And we should get some lovely waiters to bring us drinks, maybe like every 15 minutes.
Yes, and we can order any drinks that we want.
Yes, and maybe drinks we don't want as well.
Yes, and unlimited food with no judgment.
Yes, and we have lovely bikinis. And they're lights. It's all lights.
I love it. The bikini is just lights.
All lights.
As if you're going like, am I seeing the face of God?
Exactly.
No, it's just 2 women. Yeah, beautiful. Nice. Well done, go you.
Sounds great.
How did your sound feel?
I liked it.
Never again. Never again.
Yeah. TryHards improv class episode, that's not happening.
It was so
Yes,
bad.
and never again.
And what's your name?
Dave.
Well, I'm not going to repeat any of that because I take your personal information very seriously. And also, I can't do crowd work.
Boo!
Oh.
You love deprecating yourself.
Oh, I fucking
it's just like, I feel like you're gonna find humor in going in that direction. It just seems naturally like kind of what you do.
The guy's got to eat.
I don't think you do, Tom. Oh my God, it's enormous. I'm just fat.
Hello, ham man.
Oh, come on.
Almost like if you show up as you are, you kind of can be a nervous weirdo and still make it work, and that can be your thing.
I think the funniest thing anyone could do would be to shoot themselves in the head for real.
Okay, hold on.
I think that would
maybe
I think
pull
that
back
would be
a little
bold
bit.
ending.
I would definitely
You have to let it hang. Yeah.
I would not begin with it.
I don't know.
Now couch it in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I think the middle's funnier. Like they're not going to expect. They'll expect it at the end.
Well, he's got 3 minutes left.
Let's see where he's going with this. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna shoot myself in there. That's not the best.
Is this on camera? Are we? You do this, or are we gonna get charged for?
You are liable.
Okay, so I expect you want to go home now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Well, there is one more thing. There's the little matter of Speaker's Corner, which is just down there.
No, it's somewhere else. They took it away.
Have they?
Yeah. He took me to the Speaker's Corner to speak.
In the corner?
In the corner.
Whoa.
Well, give me a topic that you think you might talk about at Speaker's Corner.
Cows are weird.
And so I then had to come up with a speech about why cows are weird.
You've made so many video essays. Link to Eddie's channel here. Why?
I wanted to do something new.
I guess, but
new stuff.
Oh, fuck me.
I got to Speaker's Corner, there was like no one there, and I thought, oh, maybe this is the thing where like I start talking and people will kind of gather eventually, and I thought I can cope with that. But then he started going around being like,
would you like to hear a man talk about cows?
This guy's gonna talk about cows, come on.
So, you're just going to try and get a few more people?
No.
It's a social media show called TryHards.
He's explaining the show.
He's going to talk about cows.
What are the kind of things that maybe come out of the audience that for you is undesirable? I know everything's undesirable because you don't want them to talk.
If I was to ask a question, it would be an answer that is so bombastic I wouldn't know what to do with it. Or so left field that I'd be like, I don't know how to respond to this situation and then go back to what I'm doing.
Just saying, yeah.
So I had to perform a set in front of Monica whilst Monica heckled me.
How are we feeling at the moment?
I don't like this at all. This is awful. Oh, God.
Let's set a 5-minute timer.
Fuck off.
And you just talk for 5 minutes off the cuff.
And they made me do stand up in front of them.
Oh, okay, no.
Encourage him with a round of applause.
Thank you. I, in the end, spent about 5 minutes talking about cows to a group of fucking Germans.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Okay, hi there. So...
My name is Reb, because I'm very, very clearly not a Becky.
Reb's a strange name.
It is a strange name, thank you.
I'm a fat guy. I'm not a fat guy. I am a fat guy. I'm obese. What is that? That's really unhealthy.
Cows can get bloating and they inflate and they have to be popped. I don't think that's right. I don't think you should be able to pop a cow.
I have forgotten everything I've ever written.
That seems like material. That genuinely seems like material.
We move, okay?
Okay, we move.
I just get distracted. I just want to have a chat with Monica.
Yeah, have a chat with me.
I'll have a chat with you in a bit.
I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. I have no funny stories about being raised a Jehovah's Witness, and I have nothing bad to say about it. So it's not a good bit.
They put on a valve. They just put it on and just like deflate the cow.
My parents decided to not tell me anything about 9/11 because I was very impressionable and had a real...
They thought you was going to jump. What did they think you was going to do? You're impressionable.
I just had a real thirst for tragedy when I was 6, okay? I loved it.
I like to have a joke lined up for when people ask me to tell them a joke, which is, what do you call a French racist? A baguette.
Cows are silent killers. They're territorial. They move in herds, like dinosaurs.
So it's the end of the school day, and the teacher
just go and get, excuse me.
This is the worst gig I've ever done.
I'm just going to get a fizzy drink.
You've probably noticed this. This is how you delivered your jokes.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Just down there.
Pacing back and forth like this. Whereas if you had a microphone, you were just sort of planting, and standing, and just delivering and making eye contact. Some of those things would just hit twice as hard just from you not doing this.
I was acutely aware of it, and it's just the eye contact. It's just it triggers a like monkey brain.
It's also awkward to do it to 2 people. Like that's so strange.
I don't know why you're playing this up like you've had a shit time.
Well, that was I know.
You've had a lovely time.
It was very constructive. It was really helpful. I walked away incredibly empowered.
I'm so cross.
We could eat more burgers. I don't think we should eat more burgers. I think we probably eat too many burgers.
One of them walked away. No, you lost the Germans.
I did. And that's my little bit about cows.
There we are.
Thank you. All right.
You're international now, though.
Yeah.
They're all going to go home and that's a weird Englishman.
I don't think I really had enough to say about cows in the end. You said 5 minutes. That was not a type 5.
That was my fucking day.
That was delightful.
And my mouth is very dry.
And a bit fishy.
It was so horrible that during our little chat after, I had physically got a chair, a whole ass chair, and pulled it up to my body to protect me. I'm crying. It was
my God.
No, shall we?
I really made a breakthrough with Monica yesterday.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So, here's my impression of a Japanese guy. 私はの国にはサーフシャークサバがあります. And here's my impression of an Indian. मेरे देश में एक Surfshark server है. And here's an Italian.
Hey, spaghetti meatballs! Forget about it!
Who's this audience? Is it people who, are you advertising the show? Are they going to be fans of you? Are they going to be friends of you? Or is it a complete strangers?
Complete strangers, just going in real raw.
Well, this is your chance, this show, to get that laugh.
I'm terrified. Why have I done this? Despite regularly getting up in front of audiences at places like Comic-Con and YouTube events,
My God, there's a few of you today.
when I'm in front of those crowds, it's people that already know me, probably already like me. With this, there's an expectation for me to entertain, to be funny, to land punchlines, to set up jokes correctly. I'm so nervous.
Hello, my name is, and how do I find the disco?
Jar of mayonnaise.
It's my first time doing stand-up, so please don't laugh at me.
Yeah, that's the whole bit.
Disappointing. A few days ago, I bought a milkshake and the guy called me Big Boy.
And I've not written anything.
Let me tell you, that hit very differently.
This sucks. I'm not good at this.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Go. Comedy. Yay.
Are you ready for some more? Let me bring you to the stage. Rep Day! Hi, gang. How are we?
Great, I'm Reb Day. It's so lovely to be here. I've had the craziest summer because I have just discovered that I am white. I did one of those ancestry tests things to make me sound interesting. So I sent off my spit to California for the price of £75 to be told that I'm just a big old jar of mayonnaise. Nothing interesting going on in here. But actually, those test results did get me entry to the biggest white women convention that this world has ever seen, right? It was the biggest event of its kind. There was this massive white woman on stage, 90,000 smaller white women, all dressed up as the big one. There were songs, it was a bit culty. It was called the Eras Tour. I don't know if you've heard of it. It was crazy. It was so mad. It's been a crazy white girl summer for me, honestly. It's been a real journey of self-discovery. I've gone from extra mild to mild at Nando's. I'm really, really proud of myself. So that's been my summer. I love the summer holidays. I still call it the summer holidays. I used to be a primary school teacher. I thought I could be this generation's Miss Honey and we could all hold hands and sing Cauliflower's fluffy, cabbage's green. That didn't happen because kids are fucking unhinged. Parents in the room, you will know, they are feral. They are not like how we used to be when we were tiny. The 13 weeks off a year aren't worth it. I had to take my class on a week-long trip to Swindon. That's not it, but that is horrible enough. And I found myself stuck in a canoe with two children hitting each other with oars. And I'm not talking like the flat bit of the oar, I'm talking about the sharp metal handle. It was like a really shit version of that film Life of Pi, you know, the boy with the tiger, but instead I had Joshua with daddy issues. It didn't work out for me. I also got given ringworm twice. But there are other things that kids give you, right? They can be very creative and very, very sweet, very generous. I got given a lot of lovely drawings. Can you read? Okay. Can you read? Great. So this is a Christmas card that I got given. It was a parting gift. It's beautiful. Can you just read the words for me?
To Miss Day, Merry Christmas, love Charlotte.
Thank you. To Miss Day, Merry Christmas, love Charlotte. Lovely, right? Beautifully written. Could you describe to me now the imagery that they've used to decorate this Christmas card?
It's like burning house.
It is, yeah. It's photographs of burning buildings. An 8-year-old made this for me. 13 weeks off a year. It's not worth it. Anyway, I've been Reb Day. Thank you so much.
My approach was I need to get the most laughs.
Yeah.
Right, if I'm going to win.
It is a stand-up show, yes.
Yeah. So I need to go like
as madly accessible as possible.
Yeah.
What can everyone relate to? Kids are fucking horrible. Primary schools, that. So I was like, let's just go down that angle because that's pretty fresh in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought it was going to be piss easy.
But I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I don't write new stuff often, and I think it went all right considering I wrote it today.
I love the kind of the big audience interaction moments, like, hey, read my phone screen.
That is a legit Christmas
That's
card
really real.
that I got, and annoyingly, I don't know where the actual copy was, but thank God I had a photo of it. But it's literally a child's handwriting surrounded by
burning buildings,
photos of burning buildings.
You definitely carried yourself like someone who has done this before. Like it was your posture on stage, your presence, the way you're speaking to the room, like your experience really radiated, which was very cool to see. Because it is a skill set. Like that's it. Is that being on stage is a completely different skill set, you know, than what we're used to. So
thank you.
It was wicked.
Let's keep this energy going. Let's bring on the stage Eddie Bowley. Give it going for Eddie.
All right. Hello. Bonjour. Guten Tag. Hola. In my school, at least, they taught me 3 phrases. And these phrases were to get you through any situation in any country. And those phrases were, hello, my name is, and how do I find the disco? French, comment trouver le discothèque. Spanish, comment encuentro la discoteca. In German, where is it? Where is the disco? I mean, that was about 20 years ago, and you forget, a lot can happen in 20 years. You know, technology has moved faster, phones have gotten smaller. There used to be one Beetlejuice movie. You know, in our generation has seen more 9/11s than any other generation. Yeah, 9/11. Yeah, God. I remember actually that, happy 9/11 to all those who celebrate. My parents took me on holiday to America 2 weeks after 9/11 happened. There is no fucking theme park ride scarier than going on a plane 2 weeks after 9/11. We were scared shitless. But, there was no reason to be scared because, no terrorist was going to take over a plane going from London to Florida. You know, they're not sitting there being like, okay, when we get close to America, that's when we strike. And then 12 hours later, oh, we've landed. Oh, fuck. Shit. If my boss finds out I'm not dead, he's going to kill me. We used to have a queen. Now we have a king, and I believe in chess rules, that's checkmate. About 20 years ago, I first met my wife. Thank you. I mean, she wasn't my wife then. That would be a really weird opening line, like, hello, I'm your husband, come on. But here's the thing. She had a boyfriend at the time. I know, I'm naughty. She didn't know, what she wanted to do, me or him. And I said, because I'm a man of fairness. So I said, let's weigh up the pros and cons, What is his best feature and his worst personality trait? And she gave me the same answer to both questions, a big dick. And I said, well, what about me? And she gave the same answer for both questions again. Not bad. I've seen worse. So I win. We've been married for 14 years. Hooray. I think there's reliability in not bad. I think average is great because you can rely on average. No one goes to McDonald's and expects the best. I guess, simply put, I am the Happy Meal with the little toy inside. Thank you very much.
Eddie was next.
How do you feel it went?
I thought it went fine. I thought the actual set itself went okay. I mean, there was an earlier pass of my script where I had 3 paragraphs dedicated to lesbian porn. And everyone I tested this in front of, it fell fucking flat.
So the thing about lesbian porn is the fact that, the cameramen that used to film them used to have these, really terrible cameras. Is that a pair of tits or is that somebody looking startled?
One thing I did notice is that you started to back away from the audience. Oh, yeah, you were up against the wall, but you were like, no, it
wasn't a conscious thing. I just because I'm wandering around, I just drifted backwards. It wasn't like I was hiding. I just moved back.
It is really hard though to focus on the audience fully because you're still really trying to remember it and remember how to deliver it. And that does take time.
Keep the mood happy, keep things light, keep things bubbly, have fun.
I also like that you were the only person who has any sort of heckling.
Oh yeah, the fucking mic stand.
Yeah, that was weird.
Move the mic. What? Move the mic stand. Okay, fair enough. And you can't see me behind. You can't see me behind that. No. Okay.
I just wanted to do a good job, and I think I did.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
You didn't seem that nervous in your voice, honestly, or in your material.
Keep it going, keep it going. Everybody to the stage, Tom Ridgewell! Keep it going to the guests. Hey, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Are there any obstructions here? No. They say you can't run away from your problems, but my problem is visibly obesity, and running would probably do me a world of fucking good. Yeah, being a fat man has its ups and downs. You know, one of the pros is that often men will call me big man. Oh, it's fucking good. Being called a man by a man is very validating. It's a compliment. Being called a big man, that's a bigger compliment. There are downsides, however. Used to have a dick. Now I've just got a willy. No. The downside truly is the, social stigma and judgment, which is inescapable. I mean, there's a way I could do that, but I'm not going to. But you can escape it by one way, and that's to go to America. It's a fucking wonderful place if you haven't been. In England, I'm the fattest guy in the room. In America, I'm just in the room. I love it there. Although, one thing that does disappoint me is that no matter where I am, even in America, I can't share a nod of kinship with a fellow fat person. This is a pretty white room, but my understanding is if you have a room full of very white people and there's a couple people of color in there, they get to have this beautiful little moment where they'll lock eyes and they'll exchange this nod of, yeah, we're here. Can't do that with other fat people. Every time I've tried it, they just think I'm trying to fuck them. It's just sort of it just doesn't land. People do assume a lot of things about me because of my weight. They assume I'm lazy, that I'm unhealthy, that I have strong opinions on Marvel movies. And they also assume things that aren't true. Namely that I smell. I'll be honest, people assume that you smell when you're fat. And even worse than that, they assume that no matter what space you're in, be it a train carriage or a lift, if there is a fart in that space, it is assumed to be yours. This assumption did recently save someone's life, and I'm quite proud of this fact. I was at a bus stop and I was standing next to an old woman. We weren't together. She was way out of my league. And to the side of us were a group of schoolgirls. And when I say schoolgirls, I do mean the ones that bullied us, short skirts, no tights. I'm not a pedophile. This is relevant to the story. We're about a few minutes before the bus arrives, and all of a sudden, the most ungodly, vile stench fills the air. I know when words are looking at me, and I can't really judge them because I'm also assuming that Dolores next to me has just not been working on her Kegels. But after a few seconds, the stench isn't going away. It's lingering like a man with a ponytail. In any environment, you might see a man with a ponytail. However, the bus arrives, the old woman dawdles on, she leaves, and the smell remains. And at this point, it becomes abundantly clear to me that one of these girls has shit themselves. The girls launch what I can only call sort of a rhetorical investigation. It's a lot of, oh, who's done that? That's fucking disgusting, whoever that is. But then their bus arrives, and all these girls get up. They start funneling onto the bus, but they are leaving one behind. She hasn't gotten up. And you remember how I quite suspiciously, almost incriminatingly mentioned the short skirt, no tights thing? I think this poor girl can't get up. She is trapped to that bus seat. That thing is the only thing holding her together. It's the only thing preventing her from total social oblivion. And she's about to be rumbled. As the group realizes she's missing, they turn around and they begin a little exchange, telling her to get on the bus. She's saying, no, I can't get on the bus. My mum's coming to pick me up. And they're like, your mum died in a car crash in 1997. She says, no, you're confusing her with Princess Diana again. But they're like, still, either way, get on the fucking bus. I realize the only thing I can do to save this poor, poor girl's life is reaffirm their initial suspicion that I was the one who let that first fart out. Do I have a fart in me? No. Am I going to fart for her? Yes. I rearranged every muscle in my body and summoned a sound I quite literally didn't know I had in me. The girls re-erupted into that horrifying chorus of disgust, and they drove off leaving their one sister behind. And I'd done it. I'd saved her life. But then there we were, two strangers standing at a bus stop, both having missed their bus, and both, as it would eventually turn out, having just shit themselves.
Thank you so much. That was a story about poo.
No, you did very well. You felt like you belonged on there. It didn't feel at any point that you were like, overwhelmed or panicking or anything like that. It felt very natural.
I think you did a really good job, though, of planting the seed early on and doing a callback.
And if you didn't like the fart bit, you're going to hate what's going to happen next.
And that story is entirely true.
I know it's true, yes.
Bar the very end. Like, I did not shit myself. I just lied for comedy.
Mine was true. Alison had a boyfriend with a bigger dick than me.
And I'm white.
I had a couple backup jokes. I was going to be like, if you think about it, a pond is just water you keep as a pet. And then I was going to walk off stage.
This stench it's vitriolic.
Yeah, I think you may lost people when you started talking about shit a lot.
See, at the start of my set, I was following Brian's advice. I planted my feet. I had command and presence. And then I started talking about poo.
Like I said, you're not going to enjoy this.
I lost the crowd. I got nervous and I went back to staring at the floor.
I think that was this crowd.
Maybe.
Not all people are poo people.
No, especially not. I mean, if I did that, I wrote it in Lithuania, they would have loved it.
I think you two both did incredibly well.
Well, thank you. You did better, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt I did all right. And then I had to stand there for the cheer off and that,
Not more cheers, though. Good job, Reb.
Woo!
You can see Reb on the shows.
Yes. Come and find me at a show.
At reb.com. Well, good work, everyone. We did it. If you want to see a longer version of this video, I don't know how much of it will have cut down. Maybe we only included the jokes that landed. That's on our Patreon, patreon.com/TomSka's and Friends. Thank you for joining us today, Reb.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. And thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. See you next time. What, Reb?
Sorry, that never happens ever. Surprise me. Oh, God.
Hey, you, thank you for the money. 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 Hey, you, thank you for the money.
Thank you, patrons. We appreciate it. I hope we turned your money into something that you found at least kind of funny. Oh, it rhymed. That's fun.
No, seriously, you can't trust public Wi-Fi, folks. You know what other Wi-Fi can't trust? My ex-wife. He took everything.